All right, this is very serious stuff. The Donald Trump rape trial is underway in New York, and it is not getting nearly the attention that it likely deserves. We're going to go over a few of the headlines, a few of the articles, but this is very serious stuff and very graphic stuff is happening in this trial. The Guardian has an article. Donald Trump raped me. Writer E. Jean Carroll testifies in New York court. This is now under oath in court. Advice columnist says former president, quote, shattered my reputation, and says alleged attack left her unable to enjoy romantic life. Carroll testified in her civil lawsuit seeking damages for battery after Trump allegedly sexually assaulted her in a New York department store changing room in 1996, and for defamation after he accused her of lying and perpetrating a hoax when she went public with her accusations in a book. Quote, under oath to the jury from E. Jean Carroll, and there are no cameras in the courtroom, so all we have are these reports. Quote, I'm here because Donald Trump raped me. And when I wrote about it, he said it didn't happen. He lied and shattered my reputation. I'm here to try and get my life back. Before Carroll testified, Judge Lewis Kaplan warned Trump may have crossed the line into jury tampering after the former president posted an attack on his social media site, Truth Social, calling Carroll's accusations a made-up scam and a witch hunt. We're going to look at those posts in a moment. A Politico article also explains the details of the alleged event. Carroll, a magazine columnist, has accused Trump of sexually assaulting her in a dressing room of luxury department store Bergdorf Goodman in the mid-90s. And then indeed, there is a Yahoo News article from Yahoo News Canada, which goes into the graphic detail that E. Jean Carroll revealed under oath, talking about the sixth floor lingerie department, a lacy bodysuit that Trump jokingly suggested she try on. And it includes all sorts of graphic details that I don't know that I necessarily need to go into, but they are quite violent. Now, Donald Trump's reaction to this. He went on Truth Social, and he posted the following. These are the posts that could be considered tampering. Quote, the E. Jean Carroll case, Ms. Bergdorf Goodman, is a made-up scam. Her lawyer is a political operative financed by a big political donor that they said didn't exist, only to get caught lying about that. Just look at her CNN interview before and after the commercial break, like a different person. She said there was a dress using the old Monica Lewinsky stuff, then she didn't want to produce it. The dress should be allowed to be part of the case. This is a fraudulent and false story. Witch hunt. Then continuing in a second post to Truth, quote, they got caught lying. The going from Ms. to Miss Bergdorf Goodman case is financed by a big political donor that they tried to hide. Does anybody believe that I would take a then almost 60-year-old woman that I didn't know from the front door of a very crowded department store, with me being very well known, to put it mildly, into a tiny dressing room and her? She didn't scream. There are no witnesses. Nobody saw this. She never made a police complaint. If I was seen there with a woman, big press, scam. Now, aside from the facts of this case, which are slowly being asserted in court, this is not even close to the only sexual assault allegation against Donald Trump. Not by a long shot. We're talking about dozens of such allegations, including from one of Donald Trump's own ex-wives. Now, we could mention many of them, but one particular allegation of note relates to a lawsuit filed in 2016 by a woman under the name Jane Doe against Donald Trump, which accused Trump of raping her when she was 13 years old in 1994. This lawsuit, which I've mentioned to you before, was filed in New York. It was dismissed in 2017 by a judge who said the allegations aren't specific enough, and the accuser later withdrew the lawsuit, reportedly because of the threats to her and her family's safety. Trump, of course, has repeatedly denied those allegations and has said that they are, quote, false and ridiculous. So where is the E. Jean Carroll case going? Remember, there are two parts to this. There's the defamation allegation against Trump. There is also the actual assault allegation, which can be brought despite traditional statutes of limitations because of a particular New York law that says if you didn't, which opens up a window for filing such cases, even if the statute of limitations has expired, if you didn't previously bring the allegation forward. I have no idea in the world what is going to happen with this case. There were questions about whether Trump would even be in the courtroom. So far, he has not been. He has an event in New Hampshire later today, which we will cover live, which certainly puts him closer to New York than Florida does. But at this point, no indication that he plans to be there.